Hello and welcome to Haunted Montreal's Spooky Story Sessions. I'm your host, Holly Rhiannon, and today I'm here with an update on the Old Royal Victoria Hospital. Previously on Haunted Montreal. Some patients had very strange and frightening experiences at the Old Royal Victoria Hospital. According to various testimonials, it was not exactly the best hospital for peace of mind while trying to recover. One particularly squeamish woman was a surgery patient in 1996. Known only as DB, she wrote of her experience at the now-defunct hauntedmontreal.yt website. DB disliked hospitals and wasn't pleased when she heard rumors of hauntings at the Royal Vic. Following her surgery, DB had several bizarre experiences at the hospital. She testified that in bed, she woke up in a huge pool of blood. Thinking her stitches had opened, she rang the nurses. One nurse came, then a second, then a third. They were baffled. Her bandage was intact, no blood was anywhere on her skin, so they decided to remove the bandage, thinking perhaps there was a leak somewhere around it. Once they removed it, everything was fine. DB wasn't bleeding from anywhere. It was extremely strange. While her entire body showed no sign of bleeding at all, her pajamas and bed were full of blood. Later, after some tests, the doctor found she had anemia and a dangerously low hemoglobin count requiring a 2-pint blood transfusion. Despite being disturbed, DB described the uncanny experience as a good thing, stating, "For some odd reason, it may have saved my life." During her recovery period, she had another paranormal experience. DB had to visit the nurse's station for a follow-up procedure. She wrote how there she was, walking in the hall, just a little walk up and down, minding her own business. She never chatted with anyone on that floor. Then suddenly, this old lady was standing beside one of the doorways of a room holding onto an intravenous pole. The old lady spoke to DB, saying, "You really want to get out of here, don't you?" DB was a little freaked out by what the old woman said because she had never seen her before and didn't see her after, and there was no possible way she could have known what DB was thinking. DB noted that a strange feeling went through her. It was like she knew that she just shouldn't be talking to or responding to this woman at all. The nurse's station was close by, and she clarified that it was more like a feeling that the nurses shouldn't see her talking with this woman. So DB just nodded her head slightly. The old lady then advised DB, "Straighten your back and walk as fast as you can in front of the nurse's station. It's going to hurt, but then you'll be out in no time." DB took a deep breath, pulled herself up straight, and walked the dozen steps to the nurse's station as fast as she could. While the procedure didn't hurt real bad, DB was pleased when that afternoon a doctor came to see her. He told her that she could go home, which surprised her because she had not been due to be released for several days. DB credited her early release to the old woman's advice. Indeed, she began to think of the old lady as a ghost, stating, "Back at home, I couldn't understand why I never talked to her. I felt like if I had talked to her, the nurses would have seen me talking to a wall." A few months later, DB had to go back to the Royal Victoria Hospital for a routine follow-up, but her appointment was on another floor. At the time, there was construction in the hospital that affected the elevators. As DB was going up to the floor where her appointment was scheduled, the elevator suddenly stopped at the floor where she had encountered the ghostly old woman. When the doors opened, DB was startled when she spotted the same intravenous pole in the exact location where she had first encountered the mysterious lady. "It was just weird," wrote DB, "like some sort of reminder." A major redevelopment is underway at one of Montreal's most storied landmarks, the Old Royal Victoria Hospital. Built in 1893 in the Scottish baronial style, the historic medical complex served the city for well over a century before closing its doors in 2015. Since then, it has remained largely dormant, except, perhaps, for the ghosts said to still roam its halls. In February of 2018, Haunted Montreal first documented the hospital's haunted reputation, citing dozens of reported ghost sightings accumulated during its years of operation. Today, the site is at the heart of a major transformation led by McGill University. Dubbed the New Vic, the project aims to convert the former hospital buildings into a 21st century academic complex focused on global sustainability research. According to McGill, the revamped campus will serve as a hub for uniting researchers, students, and partners to tackle global sustainability challenges. However, the redevelopment has been overshadowed by a high-profile legal dispute involving the Mohawk Mothers, a group raising serious concerns about potential unmarked graves near the site. Their claims are rooted in allegations stemming from the nearby Allen Memorial Institute, where unethical brainwashing experiments were conducted during the 1950s and 60s. Survivors of these CIA-funded experiments have described enduring severe psychological trauma and, in some cases, witnessing disturbing events. One of them, Lana Ponting, submitted a sworn affidavit recalling her time at the hospital. She stated that she lived there with other children, including Indigenous youth, some as young as 5 years old. Ponting also remembered people going out at night with shovels and hearing rumors that bodies had been buried there. Particular concern has been raised about the secret pool, a location situated between the two institutions where some believe human remains may lie beneath the foundations. Amid ongoing legal proceedings and archaeological assessments, the fate of these allegations and their impact on the construction timeline remains unclear. The project is currently scheduled for completion in 2029. In the meantime, the ghosts of the old Royal Vic are unlikely to be disturbed. On Halloween 2024, Canadian Structures and Stories published an article by Domenico Di Modica entitled "Veil Between Worlds: Montreal's Royal Victoria Hospital, where science meets the supernatural." Reflecting on the location's dual legacy, Di Modica wrote, "Today, most of the Royal Victoria Hospital's buildings stand quiet while construction work is slowly underway, with sections repurposed by McGill University and others left in stillness. Yet, its reputation as both a center of medical innovation and a haunted site continues." If the past is any indication, the new Vic may inherit not only the legacy of scientific advancement, but the ghosts as well. I'm Holly Rhiannon, and this has been a Haunted Montreal update. Signing off for now, but I'll see you in 2 weeks. Until then, like, subscribe, comment, and as always, stay spooky.